Hello everyone. Big Dano back for a second round commentary on the Super Series final for 2014. We have Jeff Galea playing Retribution versus Nathan Frawley playing Cygnar. Jeff has elected to go for Assyria and Nathan has gone for Epic Haley. So two very, very strong lists. Nathan has been playing Cygnar for a long, long time and is a very, very good early player. And Jeff has been playing Retribution since he started playing the game 4 years ago. And did exceptionally well with Assyria and played at the WTC. So this is going to be a very interesting game. I'm just going to run through some of the other matchups. James Morehouse on table 2. He is playing against Brian Woods. And the matchup there is Epic Kaya versus Runes of War by P. Doomshaper. On table 3 we have Jeff Traish versus Michael Blythe, and the matchup there looks like Runes of War again versus Epic Denegra. Then the table 4 is Dylan versus Terry Mason, and the matchup there is Kalissa versus Lord Carver. On table 5 we have Goida versus Dean Vincent, and the matchup there is Bethane versus Kane 2. On table 5 we have Ryan King versus Loud Chris, with a matchup of Sorsha 2 versus Axis Theme Force. And on table 8, the Queensland match-off, we have David Potts and Gigantor. David Potts locking himself out of Epic Hexeris for the final 2 rounds, playing Epic Hexeris again, and Josh going for Siege. So I do apologise, there's a bit more noise this round than there was the last round. We have a few more games going on in the background, so I apologise if the audio clarity is not great, but I'll be doing my best to improve that during the post-production of these videos. So deployment has finished, save for the advanced deployment on Nathan Frawley's side, which is Epic Iris, and she is just staying out on the side there, not being too aggressive at all. And what looks like, I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to just grab those lists and run through them now. Alright, so Jeff Galea with Assyria. His Assyria list is Hyperion, and he's elected to sub out Discordia in his specialist for a Phoenix. So it's Hyperion and Phoenix with a single Arcanist, a single Mage Hunter Assassin, Epic Iris, a full Strike Force, full Invictors, and that is all. So it's a very, very streamlined list. The Hyperion really has to do a lot of work in this matchup. And then the Phoenix, I think he's gone to put a bit of pressure out there with Blinding Light, knowing that Haley really likes to put out some pretty aggressive spells. So if you can get a Blinding Light on Haley early, that could be a pretty game-changing moment. In Nathan Frawley's list, he has Epic Haley with a Bonded Stormclad and Thorn. I do like to see the Bonded Stormclad sometimes. You get some pretty impressive threat ranges with that. So the Squire, Journeyman with a Marshalled Hunter, and the Hunter is obviously the other model that was AD there, you can see. Full Gun Mages with a UA, Ayana and Holt, a Black 13th, 3 Stormlancers, and Epic Iris. And Nathan elected not to utilise any of his specialists in this game. So early picks. I think that Jeff and Nathan have played this game on a number of occasions. Jeff hasn't managed to score a win yet. Nathan's Epic Haley list looks exceptionally well tuned for this particular matchup. I'm going to have to lean to Frawley in this game. The other thing that tips me towards Frawley's side of the table is he's got second turn in a very, very, very live scenario. Jeff's going to be able to lock down the right-hand zone, the zone closest to the camera with Hyperion. but that particular Hyperion is going to take a Stormclad to the face. So it'll be interesting to see if Jeff is able to survive the Stormclad, and then probably due to E. Haley's feat, actually be able to hold on and do enough damage to the Stormclad back to actually stay alive. The Hyperion, it's interesting, he's not going to get concentrated power, and he's not going to get the benefits of a serious feat on that turn. You would have to think that the Stormclad goes in. So it'll be interesting to see whether Jeff opts to boost his hits, needing 6s and power 20, or just tries and rolls hard 6s. It's a bit of an interesting conundrum. If they come off, if he rolls all the 6s, then the Hyperion probably wrecks the Stormclad, but it's relying on dice, and I don't like that. If you could knock out the Stormclad sword arm, it might be worth taking just 2 boosted hits and guaranteeing the damage. So we'll see how that plays out a little bit later on. Frawley may actually opt to put the Stormclad into the Phoenix and lock down the Hyperion with the feet or something of that nature. So one interesting thing about this matchup, which Iris normally does a lot of work for locking down enemy jacks, and in this particular one the only possible target she has is the Phoenix. She can shoot the Phoenix to disrupt him, which is probably a worthwhile move, but Jeff does have an Arcanist, a power boost, and tap that disruption off. So Iris probably not really that efficient. She's going to be looking to strip off Inviolable Resolve, and I'm guessing that's going to be on the Hyperion. Jeff has a few things going in his favour though. The Invictors really do a lot of work with Assyria. I do like them a lot in this particular matchup. They get that single turn for sniping, and with not a lot of stealth in the list on Frawley's side of the table, it possibly could scalpel out a few of those key pieces, and then of course on the feat turn Assyria lets him ignore the stealth. So Jeff's probably going to be able to take out a lot of Frawley's key pieces that he's going to want to use on his feat turn, unless Nathan goes for a bottom of 1 feat like we saw Josh use last game. Interesting. So we'll just see how Frawley opts to take it from here. We do have once again special guest commentator Doyle, the big man, Dale. And how are you in this fine round, buddy?
Personally, I'm liking to lean towards Jeff here. Once again, this is another match which is revolving around Eris. If she can be taken out before she strips off Inviolable Resolve off the Hyperion before Stormclad gets in there, because I think that thing's going to run rampant around Frawley if you can't take it out.
Yep.
And Stormclad is going to need help. Like, first and foremost, again, so what's it, armor 21 or armor 22?
We'll go to armor 21, I believe. I'm going to check that because I'm not a very strong Retribution player. It may go to 22, but I believe it's just 19 base. Good old War Room, handy reference right here for us to utilise so that our commentary is accurate at all times. Yeah, the Hyperion is armor 19, so he goes to 21. So a couple of very, very, very plays there from Nathan Frawley, running one of his Stormlancers and assaulting him with the others to Electro Leap off and kill 2 of the Mage Hunter Strike Force early. That's some really good stuff there. That's a pretty standard play with Stormlancers to kill off annoying models like Iris. Yeah, so it looks like Frawley is setting up the Stormclad in position for the Hyperion next turn. And interestingly, put up Deflection, which, see, Jeff could really try and put a lot of pressure on now and feat this next turn and try and take out that Stormclad before Haley gets to go with the Mage Hunter Strike Force. If they could take out that Stormclad, Yeah, that'd be pretty big. Looks like he might have just put the Stormclad just outside of the 16-inch threat range of the Mage Hunter Assassin, which is very good plan. You don't want that guy going in. He, obviously with his chain weapon, he ignores the shield, the buckler I think it is, so... And then it's going to be dice minus 10 doubled. One of those could potentially just knock the Stormclad off his... pretty much take out all his systems, so that'd be a game changer there.
Has Hayley activated yet, Trent?
I don't believe so, no. No, sorry, that's not true. She has. She's cast Deflection. Yeah. The only concern with that is their defence. Ayana is obviously going to be defence 17 on the hill. Strike Force, even with the feet, will need 11s. And that's very, very difficult to manufacture. I would possibly expect maybe some two-man CRAs from the Invictors, but their range is going to be questionable. Looks like they're slightly out of position. Yeah, Frawley's doing a really good job here with not giving Jeff an efficient turn 2 feat. I would really be surprised if Jeff feats this turn. I think he's just not going to get enough value out of it.
Also, that forest to the left, having these invictors not be able to see it.
Yeah, it could also play in his favour though, because the forest will stop Frawley from having easy ways to clear the zone. So that actually probably puts Jeff in pretty good stead, and from a scenario perspective, if he gets one of the maybe that Phoenix into the forest, then perhaps he'll be looking for TK. Just going to go and have a bit of a close look at the table now and see what's going on. Yeah, Nathan's done exceptionally well here. He's kept all of his guys out of any sort of really significant threat range. If Jeff elects defeat, then he's potentially not get a lot of value out of it. So I feel like Jeff has to hold on to his feet, and what that does for Nathan is it lets him feet on the bottom of 2, forcing Jeff to hold on to his feet not till turn 2 or 3, but to turn 4. And by that stage, Nathan's probably going to have killed off a decent chunk of Jeff's army, which means his feet's going to lose value. So, really tough call for Jeff here.
Once again, we see that strong Assyria late game. It's going to be in play here.
Yeah, they're very strong. Exceptional late game from Assyria.
She may cast Velocity. Check.
The fact that this is a non-kill box scenario is very, very good for both of these casters who like to stay pretty deep and not have too much going on. I do really like Jeff's sub out of the Discordia for the Phoenix. I think if he can just perhaps tag the gun mages, or as I said, even Hayley, it could flip the game on its head, because
what would be Ariana's defense right now on that hill? 16? 17.
Yeah, she's base 15, Ayana. Let's see, has Assyria feated? We'll find out in a moment.
Measuring his control range for all his models.
Big moment. Assyria feats. Okay, so we're on. Let's see what happens. It's good that Jeff has recognised that if he doesn't feat this turn, he's probably going to lose it for 2 turns. And then I guess it's better to get value out of as many models as he can this turn than not. I wonder if he's going to go for the Stormclad with the Mage Hunter Strike Force.
imagine he...
Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's going to try and kill those Stormlancers off.
I'm very curious if he was to actually blinding light Ariana and Holt to... if he's able to kill Eris and then blinding light Ariana and Holt, he could put that Hyperion in a really strong position.
Definitely, yeah. If there's no ability for Ayana to harm the Hyperion and no way for him to strip off Inviolable Resolve, that makes it pretty hard for, even a bonded Stormclad with temporal acceleration to kill it. It's good, and I just wonder if Jeff has recognised the threat of the feat next turn. We'll wait and see where he moves his Arcanist. If Jeff is intelligent, he'll probably put that Arcanist base to base with Hyperion, so that he can't feed on him and deny him from repairs. Because I don't think Nathan is going to allow him to power boost or concentrated power until the end of the turn. So Hyperion's probably just going to be standing wherever he is.
Yep. We're really going to have to see if he's able to take out those key pieces.
So far the Strike Force are not going great against these. Yep, we've got one. So he's done four so far. Still hasn't managed to kill the first one. Needs to roll a 9 here, does he? Gets him. Nope, he's come up short once again. Gets him done. So he really would have hoped to kill all these guys with the Strike Force here. He needs to roll a couple of double sixes, I think. No, things aren't going well. So the Strike Force kill one guy, and Frawley gets out of that very, very lucky. Losing only one Stormlance. The average damage there from 8 Strike Forces probably about 16 damage, so it is enough to kill 3 Stormlancers, and Jeff was only able to kill 1. So very, very, very low there on what could have been.
We have the piece shooting that Thorn. It's very funny. I thought he would be going for a nice blinding light here on one of Frawley's key pieces. Either the Tempest Gun Mages.
No, blinding light's off the table because he's already done Assyria.
Ah, true, very true. Rookie move by there, lad.
He has set the Hunter on fire by the looks of it with a crit fire, and a big roll here would be great for Jeff. So he's boosting the damage. 16, big roll. 10 damage on column 2. Doesn't take out one of the guns. Probably doesn't take out a system either. But still a good roll and on fire. Yeah, the Invictors are about to go now. The Invictors mini feeding here. We'll just see Assyria is placed fairly deep and off to the side, and those Invictors are quite wide. It'll be interesting to see how many of them he actually gets into Assyria's feet range. Looks like this one's going to be out. Yeah, Jeff probably needed to get some of these Invictors a bit further over. Looks like those far ones are going to be outside of the feet range. So 3-man CMA here on Ryan. Gets a hit, and it's going to kill her outright. So that's pretty big. Jeff managed to snipe out one of the black 13th. Going for the hunter now. It'll be interesting to see what Hyperion does with his activation. I feel like it's just going to be a walk forward and maybe try and have a shot on Ayana on the hill. It's going to boost it, and it's going to be very, very unlikely that he hits, or he uses his pop guns and tries to shoot down those last two Storm Lancers. I feel like the Storm Lancers is probably the right play now, to be honest. He needs to kill the Storm Lancers. Yeah.
Game, and that's a huge part of the series.
Yep. So Hyperion toes the zone, unsurprisingly. I feel like Jeff is going to lose his Hyperion next turn. We've got Ayana in position to harm, we've got Iris in position to strip off inviolable resolve, and we've got a fully loaded Stormcloud going in. So unless... the big gun scatters. Five shots rolled, which is good. D-Cell really causing Jeff some problems here. He's needing 9s to hit. Needs a 9. Needs a 9. Gets it. Kills him. That's actually not trivial. If you know if Hyperion's left with a few boxes, 2 Stormlancers going in could have finished him off. So one Stormlance, that's not as big a deal. I just think Frawley's set up so well for this next turn. Everything is in the right position. He knew where the Hyperion was going to be because the zone had to be contested. He's got Ayana, he's got Iris, he's got the Stormcloud ready to go. It's hard to see the Hyperion holding on, and it's hard to see Jeff coming back from that.
This is going to be... It's trivial for Frawley now. He's going to take out half his force this turn, feed, take out half the force the next turn.
Yeah. Hard to see Jeff coming back from this point. And I think that's mostly down to Nathan setting up well and playing well. And Jeff, you'd have to think that feat was ineffective. I mean, all he got out of it was 2 Stormlancers and half the boxes on a Hunter.
You need more out of a serious feat.
You need a lot out of a serious feat, otherwise she just starts slowing down in the attrition game. So, just a Table 2 update with James Morehouse versus Brian Woods. James went for Kaya 2, and looks like Brian's gone for Runes of War. There's a lot of heavies that James is hopefully going to be able to charge into and kill, but it's just a matter of whether Kaya has enough staying power once those trolls get stuck in. On the plus side, James does have fairly favourable terrain, and looks like the right-hand zone is going to be open and available to play. So, I'm just going to put you guys down for a moment, and I'll pass over to Doyle, who's going to take over commentary for a few moments.
Thank you very much, Trent. Alright, so Frawley starting his turn off. That somewhat, I hate to say it, weak feet turn from Jeff there. And we have that lone Stormlance who's going to cause a lot of trouble. Just doing what the whole objective for Frawley was in the first place, just disrupt the Mage Hunter Strike Force. Which, admittedly, I feel is kind of at least 30 to 40% of a serious game. And it's really sad that Strike Force did absolutely nothing. So I feel what we're going to see this turn is that Frawley's going to heavily concentrate his forces to his right, take out Hyperion, focus on taking out the Strike Force, and then with the feet, not worrying too much about the other side of the field. So we got Jeff there giving me a bit of a wink. I think he might have a plan up his sleeve. Wait and see. But in the meantime, we have... So Frawley, I feel is going to take out the right side of the field, feet, feel little to no retaliation from the left side, and then deal with that accordingly the next turn. Unfortunately, having these key pieces, Ariana Holt, Eris, and the Stormclad still readily available, it's just going to be huge. To take out the Hyperion, and then for the next turn, take out the Phoenix, while the rest of Frawley's forces mop up the Invictors. But I have faith in Jeff. He's a pretty good egg. I believe I gave him a kiss on the forehead before the game for good luck. Sorry, Jeff. That was probably my bad. I gave you some sort of weird-ass potato curse. Well, not really. So, we have Haley activating. Will she feat? Will she feat? Oh. Got TK ups with Eris.
Yeah, the TK Virus, Deno back here. TK Virus, Ayana looks like she's going to be in range. Iris is now definitely in range. And we have a fully loaded Stormclad ready to roll. So the power of this Stormclad is going to be, I think, 23. Which is going to, at dice plus 4, with what will be 5 attacks or 6 attacks. He's got 4 focus because he's bonded. Does he charge for free with Temporal? I'm going to check that actually.
I don't think he does. I think he gets the extra attack though.
He definitely gets the extra attack. So it'll either be 4 or 5 attacks. And you'll also notice, guys that are playing, that the Arcanist is not in base-to-base contact with the Hyperion, but it does look like he's outside of Haley's feet range, so she'll be fine whilst I look up Temporal Acceleration. No, so it's no free charge. So he's going to spend 1 focus to charge. That'll leave him with his 1 charge attack and 3 board attacks with his sword. Ooh. So Frawley has elected not to go for Ayana's harm. That's an interesting option.
Jeff able to take out any systems on Thorn?
No, Thorn's stayed fairly safe back there.
I've got a feeling he might harm the Phoenix. For Thorn to go up and give a bit of a shank love.
On table 2, it looks like James has just killed Mulg.
So Ghetto winning.
Mulg goes down. Epic Kaya in big shape there. James is probably going to be favoured there now, I think, now that Mulg's out of the equation. It's worthwhile feat though, because he'll be able to play the sprint back and forth game now with no reach on any of the other heavies. So the Stalker will be able to go in, be side by side with a little dickhead guy, Rune Shaper, kill him with his fist, and then put a heap of damage and sprint away, and the Earthborn won't be able to do much about it, and then he can just jam in with some other stuff. Jeff is in a lot of trouble. Nathan's controlled the game, set up this turn to have Haley feet and the Stormclad to go into the Hyperion, and has done so. The Hyperion, I'm going to go check out how many boxes he's got left, but it can't be many. Yeah, so he's taken out the entire right-hand side of the Hyperion, and the Stormclad is currently in the right-hand arc of the Hyperion. So now Jeff will not be able to turn to attack him with a non-damaged fist. So,
however, is the Arcanist in or out?
But it's not going to matter, because if he's out, it means he activates after the Hyperion.
Oh, very true.
So, yep, that's not great for Jeff. I see the Hyperion going down. In one,
but Frawley's a bit of a wizard.
Yeah, no, definitely. Frawley's done exceptionally well. There is good news for Jeff, which is that there's not a lot of models on the left-hand side, the zone furthest from the camera, and Jeff might be able to start scoring some points before Nathan can. And having the Phoenix still in the game, there's always options. If Jeff is fairly canny, what I would probably do here is pull the strike force as far away from Haley as I can with the feet, and set up for next turn trying to go for Haley. If he puts blinding light on Haley, even if she's on the hill, he gets 4 or 5 strike force on her, maybe jank some dice, but he's got to have strike force alive for that.
What's Haley's defense on the hill, even with blinding light?
Haley's defense will go to 16 on the hill with blinding light, but he's way behind. He's way behind. He's not gonna have a Stormclad that he can take out. This next turn of his is a write-off. The Hyperion goes down next turn. It's very bad times.
Also, a big thing of note, and it came to play last game, is time. Frawley here, he's in a great position, and he has used less time than Jeff has so far.
Yep.
Even after going second. So yeah, I think it's another factor that means Frawley's in a way stronger position than Jeff is right now.
Yeah, we saw Josh last game with his very scenario-focused and assassination-focused Epic Haley list, and this one from Frawley looks a little bit more designed to take out heavy targets and maybe play a bit more of an all-round game. And it looks like it's going to pan out for him here. I would be surprised if Jeff managed to come back from this point. There is one thing that Jeff can keep up his sleeve, which is a big CRA from the Invictors. And if he can get the Invictors into position with flank from that Phoenix, he might be able to take out the Stormclad. And if he kills the Stormclad, then Frawley will possibly struggle with models to kill the Phoenix.
Yes.
He doesn't have a lot of hitting power after he loses the Stormclad.
No, definitely not. And that's where I see you mentioned earlier that Forest is going to come into a great amount of play. this game. If Jeff can hopefully conserve some of his forces for Frawley's second, his turn after his feat turn, then he could bring this game back. He'll have enough pieces to do work. He'll have business. He'll have much business. Many business.
More of the business. I've just been informed that one hunter shot did 11 damage to the Hyperion, which is pretty big. So Jeff going for a boosted blast damage here on Iris. Needs a 9. Kills her. Well, that's pretty good. Jeff has just managed to take out Iris with blast damage from the Hyperion's big gun. And Assyria can now put up Inviolable Resolve, and maybe the Arcanist can do a repair. Maybe the Hyperion is going to be alive next turn, although it seems unlikely. Having Ayana in the bank now actually looks like a pro strat, doesn't it? Like having Ayana still alive, all of a sudden it looks like a genius move. But
even if Jeff's able to take out the Stormclad, then Ayana is going to be able to supplement the hitting power.
Yep.
Exceptionally in control, and we also forget he has that hunter there to the left.
Yeah. The hunter, I found out just then, just did 11 damage to the Hyperion from one shot. So, yeah.
See Jeff using that forest. I have a feeling Jeff's game plan might revolve around trying to clear out that left field and just dominating as much as he can, while just feeding the right.
I don't see how that is going to end up with a good result for him though, because Hayley's going to be dominating the right zone.
Exactly.
And she's going to start the scoring in her favour. So. So that Arcanist really needed to be closer to Hyperion. Small mistake there from Jeff.
Jeff's activated his Eris. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when she come for you? He's going for a shot at Ariana.
This comes off. No, out of range. Wow, that's big.
Much miss. Mini tier.
So Jeff's turn, not really going all that well, but not unexpected when you're playing against Epic Haley. I think that the Hyperion shot onto Iris was definitely the right play, but I just think that Hyperion is going to go down now, although Jeff has moved Iris within 5 inches of the Stormclad. Great play, going to stop allocation there, so...
Do you think Jeff might go for the ancillary attack?
It looks like he has. Need a 10. Gets a 10. Wow. Wow. That is very big roll.
From downtown.
A 5-inch AoE on Ayana, RFPing, Halt. Wow.
Yep. Do you just fail his command check?
That has just flipped this game on its head. Ayana dying, no more harm, inviolable resolve on the Hyperion, and a Stormclad who can't be allocated focus.
And there's a cheeky wink from Jeff.
Wow.
The man's like an oracle. Like,
well, this is really put us back in an interesting position now. If the Hyperion stays alive, that's big. Jeff will be kicking himself about that Arcanist not being in range to repair now. He really will.
Yes, he will. Oh, that pie plate.
Well,
what a champion.
I think Hulk is out of range.
Fall's moving the Stormclad over to the other side. Looking to hopefully get Aris and finish the job on the Hyperion. Or do some dents on it at least.
So Frawley did some really nice stuff there. Took his big sword attack on the Hyperion, tried to Electro Leap Iris to death. Really good.
Yep.
Didn't come off. And it's looking unlikely that he's going to be able to kill Hyperion this turn, which really puts Jeff back in the game.
Yeah.
Wow. Domination.
Oh, good work.
It's the only downside of Jeff dropping Discordia and putting in the Phoenix is the Phoenix can be dominated, Discordia can't.
Will Frawley be able to take out the Phoenix?
If Frawley's capable of taking out the Phoenix, then he's probably still in pretty good shape.
Yeah. So I feel like that domination was strong. He's not going to have to hit better, and I think in return the Phoenix might take out Thorn. And on the other side we have those Invictors taking the couple casualties, but practically untouched. Oh, the Hunters take out Hyperion. Huge. So it looks like the game plan's still on for Frawley.
Wow. One Hunter shot takes down Hyperion. That's amazing. Wrecked it. Hunter shot.
And saying all this, so all Jeff has to do is keep Eris there, and the Stormcloud's still somewhat out of the game.
Muted. And it looks like Iris is in the zone. Out of the zone. So if Nathan can kill off a couple of those little mage hunters, he starts the scoring.
Yep.
So what do you think Nathan does from here? What do you see his game plan as?
I think he may have a bit of trouble taking out those two mage hunters. They are on the hill and are engaged in combat. And he'd be running the risk of taking out his own little Storm Knight.
That's Storm Lance, and he's roll 7. If he rolls a 7 with his attack, the Electro leaps and kills both.
Yeah, exactly. Is that Storm Lance activated yet?
Don't believe so, no.
Then again, like always, you can never rely on the averages. So here comes the Arcane Tempest Fun Mages.
Who do they go for?
Shooting out the Arcanist, the first shot. No Deadeye on him. Probably seems like he got a strong roll. He's able to take him out. We need like a 10 to hit that. He goes tit for tat though with Jeff's strong Hyperion shot in the earlier turn.
The thing that scares me about Jeff's game from here is Assyria is a long way away from safety.
Yeah.
She needs to get out of dodge because even gun mages will shoot her dead.
I wonder the
Time's well balanced. Both players on about 35 minutes. So
Yep.
looks Frawley's in a strong position from here.
Agreed. Let's go Jeff here activating the Arcanist. He has not allocated any focus by the looks of it over to the Phoenix. And he's probably going to come over here to give the Arcanist a focus. And I imagine that he would be aiming to take out Thorn this game. This turn. Whew. Yep, he's got it.
So we've got an Arcanist that has just power boosted the Phoenix to remove disruption. Alright, so I'm standing here looking down at the table. Jeff's activating the Phoenix. He's got one focus. He is trying to roll some hard 7s on Thorn to try and take out some of his systems, maybe. He's a 7. He's going for power attack throw and he's a 7. Big roll. He hits. So the throw succeeds. So Jeff's going to start scoring, which is pretty big. Alright, so the Thorn is going to be pushed across. If Jeff goes for the blinding light on the gun mages here, and maybe puts up inviolable resolve on himself, gets Iris into the zone perhaps. He's actually looking not too bad here, you know. What he really needs to do right now is take out a bit of damage on the Hunter, because the Hunter's the one that's going to cause trouble. I'm a bit concerned about an Arcane Bolt assassination, to be honest. If Assyria drops down to a low focus, is blinding light onto the Hunter. Oh no, this is a CRA into the Hunter. Really great precise games from these guys. Grade 8 needs a 6. He hits. This is power 14, minus 4. Oh, 10. That's another good roll. Yeah, he needs to take out the axe. Oh! And Jeff takes down the gun. 2 CRAs from Invictus. Wow, that is big.
What I like is something so insignificant like that just is flipping the game over. It's gone back and forth. Wow,
this game is just all over. It's really up and down game. Nathan just chatting to the commentators and saying how interesting it is. Oh, here we go. We've got a big 3-man CRA. If he rolls a 10, he kills him. This would be massive. Oh, does nothing. So Iris looks like she's probably just going to walk into the zone and maybe stay in. Yep, that's great. Great play from Jeff. So we've lost the upkeep there from the Stormclad, so he's got no Arcane Shield. Syria velocities twice, 3 times. Oh no, she's just run. She's just run to the wall. Here we go. Well, I have to say that Jeff's done exceptionally well there. If the game probably comes down to now, who scores first. Haley's almost certainly going to get 3 points this turn, I think. Yeah, look, I think Haley's going to be able to score 2 points this turn. And I feel like Jeff will be on 1. So then if Assyria can dominate next turn, maybe Jeff goes to 3, contests, Frawley goes to 4 in his turn, maybe Jeff gets to 5 first, maybe. It's still Haley. I still feel like Haley's going to be able to dominate the Phoenix and probably... See, he's just running out of models. Thorn not being able to be allocated to this turn is so big. If the Stormclad can just jank a lucky hit on Iris, then maybe the Stormclad can come back into the game. But for the time being, the Stormclad's out of commission.
Definitely. Those gun mages, they won't be able to do very much, except maybe pop out for a few of the Invictors, but then you'll also have a few safe in that zone that Flo's not going to be able to take out.
Let's not forget about the fact that those 3 mage hunters that are on the hill, basically, if he tries to shoot them, they're def 20.
Yeah.
So the gun mages are chasing. You can probably aim and deadeye them, in which case they'll be chasing 11.
Yep.
Maybe.
Never a good option.
Yeah. And there's a potential that he kills his own Stormlance if he does that. So.
Oh, agreed. And if he does that, it's he's not going to be able to get out of that zone and get the Stormclad back into play.
He really just needs to kill Iris. Like, Iris has to die. And Jeff's done so well. Iris doesn't cover, and in melee, she's defense 24. Even Jedi gun mages cannot shoot her. No, just will not happen.
Untouchable.
And the fact that Thorn is disrupted as well. I think. Oh no, Thorn's not disrupted. No.
Just knocked down.
Just knocked down. So Thorn stands up. So look, I imagine Haley's going to go for a TK on the Stormclad, and then the Fun Mages will have some shots at aiming at Iris. That's probably enough to kill her with the Deadeye.
Oh, most definitely, yes. The only problem I see with that, though, he's not going to be able to get the domination onto the Phoenix.
Very true. Well, actually, it looks like Thorn might be in position where he is now to actually to domination range 8 or 6.
Yeah, I feel definitely 8.
He can probably dominate where he is, and he can probably
be relying on a 6 because the Phoenix is in the forest.
Yeah, of course.
Some other results coming through. David Potts beat Gigantor in the Queensland match-off. Assassinating Siege with probably Mollet Khan, I'd guess. And Terry Masson, the South Australian Hope, has gone down to Dylan Simmer, the Retribution player from Sydney. Calissa Forcewall versus Lord Carver. Not going to end well for Carver. Control point victory, fairly comfortable by the looks of it. The other games still on the balance. James's Choir 2 is really under pressure, and the time is 20 minutes to James left and 39 from Brian. So I feel like Frawley TK's the Stormclad out of range at Iris, Deadeye's the gun mages, and then tries a boosted dominate on the Phoenix with his focus. And maybe goes for brutal shots on the gun. Oh no, it looks like he's taking the Invictors.
But I realise if he does do that, he's not going to be able to dominate zone.
Yeah.
And that means, well, quite convincingly, Jeff might be up on points.
Yeah, I think Dead-Eyed Iris, if he Dead-Eyes the Gun Mages and Aims, I feel like maybe you can still kill all of those. See, I feel like his best play with the Storm Lance was to walk away. If he walks away, he can shoot he's in the rear and some of them. So. Phoenix Admonition, lovely. Miss. So Fawn reaction drives and is not able to get into the zone. But he's TK'd Thorn into the zone now. Just a little table 2 update. Brian Woods has now made 9 successive tough rolls in a row. James is starting to struggle with the ability to... That's 10 in a row. And who won there? Great.
Strong control point victory to Blythe there, 5 points up. Looks like most of his army was intact. Jeff, the Runes of War wasn't able to dent much of his force.
So Blythe wins round 2. Former Super Series champion Michael Blythe, still in good shape, progresses to the final 4. So we've got Dylan Simmer and Michael Blythe, the 2 of the 4 finalists. So this game is now back in Jeff's control because he's got, Jeff is now actually really solid here. Haley is not going to score any points this turn. Jeff should be able to get Thorn. Actually, we can probably kill the hunter, like kill the hunter outright. Iris is just locking down that Stormcloud. So we've just had a little chat with our judge, and Nathan's attempted to shoot down Iris with gun mages, who ignore camouflage, but unfortunately would have hit and probably killed her, but did not roll. Philly was not aware of that rule, so he misses out. Iris and a wreck marker engaged. Gee, she's a hard target. Very, very tight measurement. Phoenix walks into Thorn. And Jeff forgets to concentrated power. Mistake. Jeff's kicking himself for that concentrated power mistake. One on the Hunter. This is a big roll. A big roll. Oh, and Jeff rolls 5. Got out of that one. Frawley gets a bit lucky there. Jeff forgot to concentrate power and probably should have just rolled hard 7s, but elected to boost and then boost damage. Really needed to kill.
Quick update, what's happened here in the past turn?
Yeah, so Jeff managed to secure the right zone, so didn't concede any points. But he had an opportunity to maybe kill Thorn. He had a walking Phoenix with 3 focus. Forgot to concentrate power. And so Thorn, Jeff, he was still needing 7s to hit, but if Jeff rolled 7s and just went for it, Thorn probably dies if he gets enough hits. He probably needs 3 hits, or 2 hits out of 4 possible.
Yep.
And Thorn probably dies. That dies +1. Ooh. But he didn't. He elected to boost his hit, and then he boosted his damage roll and rolled 5. So on 3 dice, which means that Thorn stays alive with about 10 boxes left. Iris in the zone is very, very big. This has been a great game to watch. Really good recording. I'm glad we picked this one. Jeff is running shorter models, and there is a storm card right there. Can't be allocated focus, but I feel like Haley will be able to get into range to temporal accelerating. So Jeff doing some Invictus here, and he really needs these Invictus to kill the Hunter. If he can take the last few boxes off the Hunter, Frawley might struggle to get back in the game. Not a lot. Just so everyone who's watching at home knows, Thorn has 2 boxes left. 1 concentrated power mistake has potentially just caused. Concentrated power just cost you.
He's got 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Didn't going to cost him. Here we go, Thorn getting shot by an Invicta.
You can check. Let's get to know.
Thorn is alive on 3 boxes, standing in the zone, and that could be the difference. Thorn goes down to fire. Thorn goes down to fire. Well, Jeff will be very upset about that.
concentrated power, you should have killed him.
The score will now be, I'm expecting at the end of this turn the score to be 2-1 to Nathan Frawley. But Jeff is in a fairly commanding position on the left-hand side of the table, the one furthest away from the camera. He's got a Phoenix, he's got a Stormclad that cannot be allocated focus and so cannot charge. Yeah, that's the third attempt he's had to kill those two Mage Hunters. So Nathan gets into the zone with his two Black 13th and manages to deny the points. Now those guys will be difficult to shift there. They're going to be high defence. Very high defence. And he's potentially going to kill the Invictors. Jeff running out of models now. He only has 8 models left, and one of those is an Arcanist and one of those is a Syria, so no late game at all really with Jeff. Time is 19 minutes to Jeff and 27 minutes to Nathan. Nathan really needs to kill Iris. Walks the Stormclad away. If you can kill Iris, you can start the scoring in the zone. Maybe you can stop. Or Jeff's just going to run out of models to be able to kill everything that Nathan can throw in there. So, yeah. The forest in the zone has actually both helped and hindered Jeff. It's helped him because it's allowed him to stay safe with some of his key pieces, but at the same time it's stopped him from being able to swing around the forest with the Invictors and really utilise their shooting. Being only range 10 can be a little bit difficult. So looking over at table 2, James has 17 minutes remaining, and the current CP score is James has 2 guys in the zone that he needs to try and kill.
Okay. Hayley will go. She'll take care of herself. This guy walks around his melee. Dead-Eye them for 2. So she's got 4.
So back to the main game. Hayley dead-eyed. Hayley gets into the zone. She's going to TK the Sword Knight out of melee. Beautiful. So Sword Knight no longer engaging those 2 guys. Perfect. We've got some Dead-Eyed Gun Mages coming up here to win him the game. It's pretty big. We've got some pretty big shots coming up now. So Holt just getting some work done.
They will indeed aim.
Right, defense 22.
We've got a quick knockdown. Inch and a half back that way.
Inch and a half? Push?
They're all aiming and I'll do guilty brutal.
22.
That's it.
Gets it. Iris, bit brutal. Iris goes down. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
So 16. Then Knight, it's 57. And the officer, 7, -1, it's 2, last one, hits him, kills him.
And Frawley starts scoring the zone. The score is now 2-1. Jeff has literally 4 models left on the table. 4 models left on the table. He's going to be kicking himself about this Arcanist. Last turn, if he concentrated Power the Phoenix and killed Thorn, he would now be on 3 points, and Frawley would be in a lot worse shape. Clock is a non-event now. The scenario is going to be the course of victory for either player. Nathan is probably going to close it out from here. Phoenix is back to full operation, but I think he's just going to run out of volume of attacks to be able to clear the zone to get in there.
Do you reckon he's going for assassination here?
What assassination options does he have, Cameron?
But what's he? I don't know. It's the thing. I can't see anything.
What does Assyria do with their focus?
Fuck all. Blinding light.
What does the Phoenix, who is about 24 inches away from Haley, do?
I don't play my threat. Play against my threat. Right, just schooled me yesterday.
Jaff has absolutely no assassination options on the table. His only chance to win this game is to run the Invicta standard into the zone and to clear his own zone.
Speed 5 or 6?
Speed 5. He's just not going to be able to get there. Like Frawley's going to go to 4 points this turn, and then he's going to go to 6 in his own turn. So that's all it comes down to.
Awake video. Kind of physical focus. Really. Bit of run.
Phoenix.
Kind of physical focus.
Yeah.
Bit of run.
So Jeff's tried to run the Phoenix, but he's not going to get to the zone. He has no way of contesting. Jeff's pretty much conceding defeat here. There's not much he can do. Frawley took him a little bit longer than we expected, but he was able to get it done. There's no way for Jeff to contest the zone, so Frawley goes to 4 in this turn and 6 in the final.
What's the gun on a Phoenix?
I believe it's range 10.
Continuous firing.
It has crit fire. Haley does have Arcane Shield on her, so the very best he can do is if he rolls 666. 19.
right on them, boosted.
About
2 points, mate.
7,
So,
7 and
eight.
it's about 12 damage, the maximum you can possibly get.
Hits the minus 2 defense. And he will just aim. Shot. And shoot that guy there. So his rapid goes to round 9.
9 plays my 17.
So Jeff just trying to secure the points, and that's it. And that's it. The game's over.
I'm on 4.
So Jeff goes down. Looks like Nathan's just going to do a bit of cleaning up here and take out the storm, the Phoenix with their Stormclad. But yeah, it's pretty much done by the shouting now. So I might sign off now, and I'll chat to everyone at the start of the next round. Thank you very much. You know, just picking up some footage from the rest of the tournament. We've got James Morehouse here versus Brian Woods, and James is struggling with the time. There's only 10 minutes on the clock. He's going to need to really amp up the speed here.
He will charge him, walking strength, he's going to be in range easily. He's basically moved 8 once he gets out of the forest, and that's about 7.5. Charges for 3, walking full strength. Needs a 4 to hit. 18, so minus 2 I think. 20. Yep, minus 2. 10 to 2, second attack. Hits, minus 2. 7-5. Roll. 5. Hits. Minus 2. 9-1. Pretty good. That's it. Okay. Good. This guy walks. This guy. Easy. Last money with his own. Right by, attack, second attack. Fire will go. Force demolition on him. I will heal him for 2 and primal him through the arc node. Primal.
You should fuck yourself, I'll just do it anyway. And this guy is
Okay, done. Bird is going to fly to hit.
refusing to roll a 7.
He's combat with him. Force to hit. Hits. Power 13, boost damage. 13, 7 off. 1 to 4, second attack. Hits, boost damage. What do I say? Minus 7, so 5 to 4. Line attack. Hits. Minus 7. Nothing. Stalker. Whoops for strength. Charges him. He can move 9 inches. He has Pathfinder as well. That's 8. You should get both of his attacks. His initials. Just trying to end up there. Okay. There he is. How much health does he have left?
1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 in his body, the rest are fine.
So how much health does he have left? About 20-ish? 24. 24. Okay, I'll just roll to hit with the sword. Hits, carries. Walk for strength, primal, force demolition, 22. Dice plus 2. That's a good roll. 18 to 1. 20 to 1. No, 18 to 1.
18.
Fist hits, Matt 8. Power is 20 on this one. 6 to 2. That's it.
And James wins. So we've got all of the final 4 decided, and just out here in the losers bracket, in the kiddie pool, Loud Chris, not looking good against Axis Tier. There's still a lot of Axis Tier guys on the table.
I'm going to freeze him with Axis.
On the table on that one. Oh well.
And Goida versus the King of the North.
You're not getting beheaded again.
Hello everyone, I'm outside in the beautiful Sydney sunshine with Gavin Clark, the runner and owner and manager and general legend who's in charge of the Super Series. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. It's been a really good weekend so far. Really happy with the games. Some tight games and some fun games.
Very, very good games so far. So we're at the end of round 2 now. We've got 4 finalists. They are Dylan Simmer with Retribution, James Morehouse with Circle. We've also got Michael Blythe with Cricks and Nathan Frawley with Cygnar. So a nice mix of factions there.
Yeah, you've got to say at this early stage, depending upon the draw, you'd say Blythe and Moots are pretty strong contenders.
Both former Super Series winners, so those guys have got to be in pretty good shape. Yep. There's a 1 in 2 chance that we're going to have another guy being the first double Super Series winner. Dylan's been playing well. I don't think anyone is locked out at the moment. Everyone has used 2 different lists, but there will be some locking out after this round, so it'll be interesting.
I'd play my best list. You know,
well, you want to get through to the final, don't you?
That's exactly right. And then as it happens previously, when you're locked out, both guys are usually scratching for their weaker lists.
Yeah,
weaker.
Well, just James is in magnificent shape right now because he's played.
Oh, he's looking good, isn't he?
No, he's played 2 games and he hasn't used Bradigus in either of his games, so he could potentially play Bradigus in his last 2 rounds. And the factions that he's got left are Cygnar and Retribution and Cricks. And Bradigus is very strong against all 3 of those.
Look, and he did spend all of yesterday and every waking minute online saying, I'm playing Legion, playing Legion. I've got it in the computer, I printed out the drawers with Legion on it, and I'm clarking.
By the way, buddy, I've actually been tricking you. I'm
playing Circle. Thanks, mate.
What a legend.
Could have told me before I killed another tree, couldn't
Fox
he?
and everyone. Foxy everyone.
He's a foxy lad, isn't he? He's very keen to win. And look, he's a good player. And you've got to say that Blythe with Cricks and him with Circle, they're going to be really hard to beat.
Let's not discount Frawley or Dylan either. They're both very good players and very good with the factions that they've got.
I'm not discounting, but the cream's well and truly rising to the top. And those 2 guys, like previous winners, both of them have made the final 4 prior to that as well. Indeed. So basically, out of the last 3 years, they've been the 2 form players for 3 years now. So
it's good. So we'll catch up after round 3 and we'll see who makes it into the final. And it's been good commentating on the games. It's been interesting. Yeah, it's been really good games we've picked to watch, so it's good.
We've only had 1 guy crack up. Frawley had a spastic there for a while. Squirrel, I can hear what you're talking about.
Thanks, Gavin.